Evening, everyone. Well, this is my first outdoor live video, but it's beautiful outside, so I thought it seemed rather silly to sit inside the house. Thought I'd come out here and enjoy a little bit of the beautiful sunshine when it's actually kind of nice and cool and not unpleasant. So anyway, because we actually seem to have no shade left in our backyard at the moment, so during the day it can be rather hot. Anyway, I was able to do this a little earlier than I'd thought because, well, Mike decided he wanted Mark, and Jess is out cold. So anyway, I wanted to come on and talk about weekends. Weekends can be really tough for people even if you've been eating really healthy and working out and just doing a good job of treating, self-care. Weekends can be really hard for everybody because, it messes with your routine, right? I know for myself, I drink a lot of water, which I just realized is at the other end of the table. I drink a lot of water during the week, all day. I drink constantly. It means a lot of trips to the bathroom, but I do drink a lot, like 4 liters a day, which I know seems like a lot to a lot of people. But on the weekends, I'm really bad. I don't drink nearly that much because at work, I just keep my bottle on my desk and I just drink it, right? But on the weekends, you're running around and stuff. So I do keep water with me. Sometimes the kids steal it, so that doesn't help. But also, just your routine is off. So things like snacks as well, and you're eating out more instead of bringing your lunch. All of that kind of thing really does mess with you. So, but there are ways to, and of course this weekend is a holiday weekend, right? It's Canada Day tomorrow here. And so we have Monday off as well. Most people do anyway, with those of us with office jobs or school. Well, I guess there's no school anyway right now. But anyway, daycares are closed. So it's a long weekend. And then, of course, on Tuesday, it's 4th of July. So a lot of celebrations and parties and things going around on both sides of the border. Sorry for those of you over on the other side of oceans. But anyway, so, it's summertime, there's lots of barbecues, there's lots of parties, especially this is the first real long weekend and holiday of the summer. It's really tough. You want to enjoy yourself, but at the same time, if you've been working really hard on being healthy, you don't want to completely, hi Ellen, you don't want to completely sabotage all the work that you've been doing. So a couple of tips, things that I do are to, I do my best to eat healthy, right? I bring snacks with me, and this is all weekends, not just on long weekends, but I bring my snacks with me, the same snacks that I eat during the week. As if you've been following me at all, you'll see that I pretty much eat the same stuff every day in terms of snacks. I'm all for predictability. Makes it easier for me to pack it all up, especially when the kids are driving me nuts. I don't have to think. I just sort of grab the same stuff and pack it all up. But so I plan my snacks, and of course I use my containers. I use the Portion Fix system. So I know that I'm allotted sort of for myself, for my size. I have a certain number of fruit portions, veggie portions, healthy fats, proteins, and I spread them throughout my day, how it works for me. So I bring stuff with me. And, some people worry that people look at you funny or they're going to think you're weird. Who cares, right? You got to do what's important to you and what works for you, and to take care of yourself. Who cares what other people think? They'll probably just be like, wow, that's a good idea. So in order to avoid grabbing, that massive muffin or things like that, or something worse, or being hungry, right? I mean, I know me, I get hangry. You don't want to be around me. So so that is one thing, is to bring your snacks with you and make sure, a lot of us parents, make sure we have snacks for the kids and we don't think of ourselves. So that is one thing. Something else I do often is I normally have my Shakeology first thing in the morning, or fairly early in the morning after my workout. But sometimes if I know I'm going to be at a party, barbecue or a kid's party, often where there'll be cake and things like that, I save mine for the afternoon and I make it extra yummy and delicious, sometimes like a salted chocolate caramel, and I bring it with me. So it's like having dessert. They're so delicious. And that way I'm not as tempted to have those other things. Doesn't mean I don't have a little bit, but I don't gorge. And so that's another thing is, don't go to these things really hungry, right? You go to these events and parties where there's going to be amazing food, and you go hungry, you're going to stuff yourself crazy, right? But if you go and you've had a healthy snack, a little treat for yourself, whatever it is, I mean, it can be almost anything, and you go so that you're not starving when you get there, then you're less likely to really stuff yourself. So, but at the same time, with all of this, obviously you want to do your best to not sabotage yourself and to not really, feel like you've just wasted it. Although, okay, anyway, sorry, I'm babbling now. So you want to do your best, right? To try to eat as healthy as possible. But at the same time, it's a holiday. It's a weekend. Enjoy yourself, right? Doesn't mean this is not a diet. It's not where you're fasting or you're doing a cleanse. The sun's starting to move into my eyes. So, I'm going to be squinting funny, sorry. This is a lifestyle, and it's for the rest of your life. And so, hey Misty, so you want to be doing something sustainable, and it's not realistic and it's not sustainable to not enjoy yourself at events, at holidays, on long weekends when you're there's barbecues and things like that. So although you want to do your best and try to prevent going crazy, have that beer, have a wine, have a cooler, whatever your drink of preference, have that go to that barbecue and enjoy yourself, but just don't go nuts, or go nuts that one day and be good the rest of the weekend. Just sort of plan ahead, right? One of the expressions is failing to plan is planning to fail. And it's true. That's the thing is, plan as best as you can, use those tips and try to, set yourself up for success, right? Having those healthy snacks with you, drinking a shake, knowing what you're getting yourself in for. But at the same time, enjoy yourself. You don't want to feel like you're out and not enjoying yourself and depriving yourself. If you feel like you're depriving yourself, you're really going to then fall off track. You're not going to be able to keep it up because you'll feel like, you'll feel like you're depriving yourself. And that's what happens when people are dieting, right? You feel like you're depriving yourself. And so then you quit and you end up switching way back to a wholly unhealthy lifestyle. And this is something where you want to be able to keep it going. So, with that in mind, the other thing to do is after the weekend, you need to get back on track, right? You need to go back from, thanks, Misty. You need to get back from, having that celebration and that enjoyment on the weekend, and you need to get yourself back in gear for the week, right? Not that you can't enjoy yourself during the week, of course, but if you've gone a bit crazy over the weekend, you don't want that to now slide right into sort of falling completely off the wagon. I know myself, I often find myself to be a bit of a slippery slope person. If I allow myself that nighttime snack one evening, then it very easily ends up being every evening, and it may no longer be a healthy snack. It may end up being cookies or chips, right? So I try to just sort of like hard line it for myself. That's for me. Everyone's different, of course. So in terms of getting back on track, one of the things I'm doing is I'm going to be running a free 5-day challenge, sort of just a healthy living, healthy eating lifestyle challenge. Hey, Liza, so excited for you. So it's a free 5-day challenge in my online community, and it's basically an overall sort of starting your journey, getting on track, getting back on track challenge, where each day we'll be talking about the different components. It's sort of all the different components that have enabled me to go from where I was before to coming to where I am now, from when I was frustrated and feeling kind of crappy and tired and just not being able to lose the weight and get to where I wanted to be, to getting where I am now, feeling great. And the journey's not over, it's a whole lifetime, but well on my way. So we'll be talking about a whole bunch of topics, nutrition, fitness, mindset, and some other things. So I would love to have you join me. I will post a link in the in my post after this, after I post the video, I'll post a link with the form to register. It's super simple. It's basically your name and address or email address. And I would love to have you in there. And it's because of the holidays, it's going to be starting on Wednesday instead of Monday. And it will, it'll be fabulous. A bunch of live videos by me and some other information. And I hope you'll join me. I think it's going to be really great. So it'll be Wednesday through, I guess, Sunday, which is unusual for me. But I just wanted to allow for both Canada Day and the long weekend for us, and then also for July 4th, because I know people aren't likely to really join in when it's a long weekend. So enjoy yourselves for the weekend, have a great time, go to those July 4th or 4th of July celebrations, and then we'll get back into gear and get back on track. So enjoy the weekend. It is Friday evening and long weekend ahead. So everyone have a wonderful time at any Canada Day celebrations you're going to, and 4th of July, and just wonderful weather and barbecue weekend and stuff like that. So and I hope to see some of you joining in on the challenge. So have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.